The person who needs your love the most is yourself compared to anyone else.
This book always reminds me that curiosity is supposed to be an inherent quality, and you just need to be excavating yourself and always stay curious about the world.
Many things in this book were more or less similar to the Indian culture, so that is the connection that I felt with this book.
Hello guys, thank you so much for watching my channel Amedicos World. This is Achyut Murari from the second year from MBBS of Usmania Medical College, Hyderabad, and I make videos about both my medical life as well as about books. Well, this video is going to be a bookish video where I have pretty much asked some of my friends to do a collaboration video where we will be recommending you books. In this video, we'll be discussing about some of the feel-good books which you can read in 2022. You can also find my friends recommending some of the books from which they have learned a lot in the past year, that is 2021. You see, books clearly help us into enhancing ourselves on everyday basis, but also they give us some of the hope that tomorrow is going to be much better, or we are going to be making ourselves a better version tomorrow. So in this video, we'll be having all these books as a discussion. So without further delay, let's dive into the recommendations then.
Hey guys, this is Maya from the channel Bookshot. First of all, thank you so much Achyut for having me on your channel. Achyut actually asked me to talk about a few books that I enjoyed reading this year. He gave me options to talk about books which were either feel good or books that taught me something this year. So I will keep it a mix of both. My first recommendation here would be The Reading List by Sarah Nisha Adams. So this is a book for book lovers. Obviously, it's a feel-good book. It is not a plot-driven story. It's a story about so many people. There are so many characters in this book who are going through some kind of problems in their life. And there is this library in the city which connects these people in one way or the other. This book is all about reading. How much reading can change our perspective, how much books can change our life in general. I have a whole review of this book on my channel if you want to check out. So this is my first recommendation, The Reading List by Sarah Nisha Adams. My second recommendation would be The Girl with the Louding Voice by Abi Dare. Now this is a Nigerian novel. This is my first ever book written by a Nigerian author. It taught me a lot of things about Nigeria. Many things in this book were more or less similar to the Indian culture, so that is the connection that I felt with this book. And this is not a feel-good book, to be honest. It's a heartbreaking book, actually. So it's the story of a 13-year-old girl named Aduni. So the whole book is written in broken English. Aduni is the one who is telling us her story in broken English. Initially, it feels uncomfortable, but later on, you will start following the story and you will fall in love with this girl. So this is my second recommendation. Again, I have a review of this book on my channel if you want to check out. And the third book I would like to recommend is a non-fiction book which is called Rework by Jason Fried. It's basically a business book, but I would recommend this book if you are someone who is looking forward to build an online presence, or if you are trying to build your brand or something like that. So this book will help you to look at things from a different perspective, because businesses or brands or anything for that matter has changed a lot over the years. Being someone who is trying to build my own brand, I found this book really helpful. And I would highly recommend you to check out this book. Again, I have a video of this book on my channel if you want to check out. So that's it from my side. I really hope these recommendations were helpful and you guys will check these books out. So yeah, happy Christmas, and if you're watching this video after Christmas, then wish you a very happy new year. Take care and stay safe. Bye bye.
Hi guys, I'm Sai from the Book Dragon, and I want to thank Achyut for including me in this collaboration first of all. I want to recommend two feel-good books and one book which helped me learn a lot in the past year, that is 2021. The first feel-good book which I want to talk about is Anxious People by Fredrik Backman. Okay, I know that the author is very much hyped in BookTube and book internet as a whole, but trust me, this book is definitely a gem of a book. If this book is an actual living person, I'll just give that person a huge hug because it is such a heartwarming and wonderful read. Okay, now in this book we just follow the story of the world's worst robber and the world's worst hostages put together. It is very very funny and so deep. We deal with 11 characters including the bank robber in this book, and each and every character's backstory is set by Bachman in this book within these 350 pages itself. I don't know how he did it, but each and every person or character in this book just feels so real to me. We human beings are social beings and we always need the support of other people in order to do all the things that we are actually doing in our life in the proper way. I'm sure that after you finish reading this book, you'll just feel that good. The next feel good book which I want to recommend is The 40 Rules of Love by Elif Shafak. I know that this is one of the most famous books out there, not just on the book internet but just in the world itself. I read this book in the second half of the year and I can say that I love this book completely. Okay, while I was reading this book, almost 80% into the book, I thought that okay, it is really good, but I think it is overhyped because it is not that great in any way. But when I reached the ending of the book, I was able to understand why this book relates with many people in different levels and in different ways. But this is more of an experience rather than just a book, and the writing of the author is just so rich and lush. Okay, when you're reading the story of Ella, it's like you're along with her and you're seeing her world through her eyes. And when you see the story of Rumi and Tams of Shabriz, it's just totally like you're in that Arabian kind of land, exploring the city as a whole and seeing the hard things that these different characters are being put through. Despite the title of the book being The 40 Rules of Love, it has nothing to do with the romantic kind of love at all. It is just love in its purest form, and more than anything, this book is something which is like an ode to self-love. Okay, the person who needs your love the most is yourself compared to anyone else. You might think that you like yourself, but once you learn to love yourself completely for the person that you are, it will be reflected from other people on you as well. I understood that more than anything while I read this book, and I can say that this is definitely something which changed my mindset and the way in which I saw my relationship with myself. So I'm sure that anyone who reads this book will feel that at least in some level. So do try giving this a go. Moving on to the book which helped me learn a lot this year. It is definitely my most favorite non-fiction book from 2021, and it is How to Do the Work by Dr. Nicole LePera. Now, this is a book on psychology and it helps you learn and process your trauma. Trauma is not always something which happens in a huge scale that causes some kind of physical disturbance for you or mental disturbance also, but it can be just a very small thing which happened to you in the past for just a single day, for a single moment. The impact of that moment could be so hard in your mind that it is affecting each and everything that you do in a particular way, so that you cannot give your complete efficiency to it. I can understand that while people are reading this book, it can be a bit frightening because we start to learn a lot more about ourselves because we didn't know those things existed inside us. And when we confront those things, try to understand them and process them, I'm sure that it will help us heal a lot more properly and in a more conscious way. I've told it many times in my channel itself that I don't tell any books as a must read, but this one is definitely a must read for anyone, no matter who you are, except if you're the author itself. Please do try this book. It might feel like I'm overhyping it, but it is totally worth it, and I personally think that everyone needs to read this because it will help each and every person make themselves better on their own.
Namaste guys, my name is Divya Agrawal and my channel's name is Celebrity Research. First of all, I would like to thank Achyut for having me on his channel to recommend you all some favorite books of mine of 2021 or some feel-good books that I have read in 2021. So I really don't actually know the meaning of feel-good books because it can be different from everyone, but here are some books that I have read this year, as I read quite less this year, but here are some books that I really loved and would absolutely love if you can read these books. So the first one is Ratnadoli, The Best Stories of Dhumketu. It's a translated book from Gujarati by Jaini Bhatt. It's a collection of short stories and has a really good, inspiring and so much regional connection in this book from Gujarat time, and the way the story has been portrayed and the way the story has been written and the way the story has been translated, I really love that. They are some of my favorite short stories in this book, that are The Queen of Nepal, The Post Office, Ratnadoli. And the next book that I would like to recommend is The Paris Library by Janet Skelsley and Charles. It's a really amazing book that I've read this year and absolutely fall in love with this. So the first thing that catches my eye when I read this book or when I hear about this book is the library, and then there is this big Paris. So the book has been written in two time periods, Paris 1939 and Montana 1983. In 1939, there is Odile, who is just obsessed with books and found her new job in a library, which they later had to save from the Nazis' attack. And in the next time period, that is Montana in 1983, we have Lily, who is a lonely teenager who just lost her mother, and her father just after the month or so brought a new mother for her who was already gotten pregnant with two other kids, and just how lonely she felt after that. So it was just a wholesome book. I don't know if it will fall under a feel good category, but I really felt good when I read this book, and I would like highly recommend everyone to read this book.
Hi everyone, this is Neha, and Achyut Murari aka Mesmerizing Santa has been very kind that he's given me chance again to be on his channel. This time I'm gonna talk only about two books. One will be a good and warm read, and other book will be the book from which I have learned something. So the first book is Red, White and Royal Blue by Casey McWhister. This is a romantic read, a warm read. It's a love story of Alex and Henry. Alex is the first son and Henry is prince. So these two are celebrities, and being a celebrity is kind of not good thing for them because they are gay. Initially, Alex hates Henry for his coldness, but somehow he is attracted towards him. And then at the end of this book, you will be crying, obviously, but those are happy tears. All the emotions, it's a mix of all emotions. So I love this book. Next book from which I learned something is The Art of Living by Thich Nhat Hanh. I have read many self-help books, motivational books. But this book actually changed the idea of life for me. When we say there is, you have to live between a life and death, but this book told me that life is just a continuation, even death is just a continuation. You are the continuation of your ancestor, and your death is going to be continuation of yours. My words, my actions will be continued. So it's our responsibility that we have to take care of earth. In this book it says that you have to be living in here and now. Whatever it is in your life, it is there in now. So you don't have to think about past or future, you have to live it in now. I have believed in this idea for a long time. Whenever I say these things like you have to live in now, people say that you are being philosophical. It is not philosophical. It's actually the essence of life that you have to be in a moment. But most of them don't get it. But I hope this book will help people to understand what is life. Thanks again Achyut Murari for giving me this opportunity. All the best. Bye.
Well, these were the books which were recommended by my friends. Well, I've got a bunch of books for you to recommend, but I have basically made a video completely about all the books I wanted to share with you during this winters, which I'll be tagging you in here. So you can clearly find it out about a range of books which I have already talked about. But also one more book which I really wanted to add in here was Matilda by Roald Dahl. I have selected this book as a recommendation because of its very small size, but also enormous amount of inspiration, motivation, love, and a lot more. This book always reminds me that curiosity is supposed to be an inherent quality, and you just need to be excavating yourself and always stay curious about the world. Well, this world indeed throws towards you a lot of hurdles and hindrances, but you need to be coming out of them, tackling them, but never lose your curiosity. And this is exactly what I just have been continuously reminded in my 2021, which was indeed one of the very much tough time I can ever imagine in my whole life. So these were my recommendations and my friends' recommendations. I really thank all my friends, all my booktubing friends from the bottom of my heart to be showing up into this video. Well, I hope all the viewers, they will be having a very great year of 2022, and I will be making a bunch of videos again on this channel. So till then, take care, bye bye, and don't forget to subscribe Americo's World. Bye.